Jerusalem, the 12th century, amidst the chaos of the Third Crusade. A brotherhood of warriors rose to power. Shrouded in secrecy, feared for their ruthlessness, they alone would save the Holy Land.
All right, so I'm going to walk you through this demo. Essentially, we're going to go on one of our missions, and hopefully you'll enjoy it, and I'm sure you will, because it's really pretty exciting. So here we are. We have our hero Altair. He's perched high above a rooftop in the city of Jerusalem. The year is 1191, and as you can see, if you look down at the city below, we tried as much as possible to reproduce the city in its historical accuracy. So with the colors, the rocks, the stones, the buildings. Even you can look over there, see the Dome of the Rock off in the distance. And everything down below you, so the rooftops, the ladders, the beams, the hiding spots, everything you see is interactive. This world is your playground, which is really exciting. And down below, the crowd moving around, milling around below you. We wanted to create a living, breathing world for the assassin, and I think we've really succeeded in doing so. So the assassin is here on a mission, and that's to take out his target, named Talal. Now, we've done some investigating earlier on in the game. We've accumulated some information about our target. We know where he lives, or where he's staying at least. He's where that X is on the map, so that's the direction we're going to be heading in. If you look in the map here, you can actually see, that gives you an idea of just how big the city is, because that's just a little part of the city, actually. And we're heading towards that flashing X. Essentially, in order to start our mission, the best thing to do is to get down into the crowd, start blending in, and to do that, our signature assassin's move is the leap of faith. So let Phil do that for us. There we go. So essentially, the leap of faith allows you to go from high to low really quickly. Very handy when you're being chased, or anytime you've climbed a really tall building and you want to get down very quickly. So here you really get a glimpse of our crowd. And as you walk through, you'll notice that they're not just there to look pretty, they're actually interactive. If you bump into them, walk into them, they're going to notice you. Those jar carriers react to you. So yeah, you have to be careful about who you walk into. Now, at this point in the game, the guards don't necessarily know who you are, so they're not going to go after you if you bump into people. But if they're looking for you and you start bumping into people later on, it can be a real challenge. It's great. So you have to be a lot more stealthy. But if you use your hand button, so that's your B button, to walk through the crowd, you'll see you do a gentle push without knocking over jars. So that's a little bit of the gameplay. We wanted to create interactive gameplay elements, not just a wall or fire or a moat. We wanted to create intelligent obstacles, like this beggar, for instance. She's actually going to follow you around, get in your way, walk in your path, drive you insane, to the point where you may want to, let's say, grab her and throw her if you felt like it. So again, that's another thing you can do, is throw people out of the way. Of course, at this point, the guards don't know who we are. They're not necessarily going to turn around, but later on, once they've spotted us, it can be a lot more challenging, and you have to make sure not to do things like that, not to throw people. So, back to our mission, which is to head towards the warehouse district. So, we can see the entrance to the warehouse district there. 4 guards waiting, blocking the entrance. If we try to get close, they're probably not going to let us get through. So now, since some of you have already seen the other demo, what we're going to do is show you a different way of getting past those guards. So we just want to show you how there really are many opportunities, many options for people playing the game. So now, one way you could do it is to take out all the guards, get in a fight if you're feeling really aggressive. Maybe Phil is feeling aggressive today and wants to do that, but yeah. But the other option, which you might have seen before, which is going up and using that archer and throwing him down below, creating a dead body diversion. Another option we have are those scholars over there. We actually helped them out earlier on in the game by getting them out of a tough situation, so they've actually placed themselves in a strategic location, and they can allow us to blend between the guards, which can be really handy, sort of a non-violent way of getting past your guard post. But as you can see, they'll end up going right through those guards. Now, since some of you may have seen that before, we'll back out, let them keep going. But again, if we just continued on, we would have gone right through that guard post. But we're going to show you another way of getting through, just to show you that there are lots of options. We're going to use this guard here as a diversion. The only thing we have to be careful of is that it can backfire because we're going to try and assassinate him without getting seen. Right, Phil? Yeah. So the only thing is that if he notices us doing it, or if somebody else sees us doing it, it's going to be crazy, and all the guards are going to come after us. So we're taking a little risk, but it's going to be fun. So essentially what we're going to do is get behind this guard. As Phil's selected the assassin's blade, and he's going to lock onto our target, and very quickly and quietly he's going to do a stealth assassination. Okay, so as long as he gets out of the way, you can see those guards didn't see us assassinate him, but they did see the dead body. So they've actually left their post. They've gone to check it out. Yeah, so they're really eager to find us, but we got through. They didn't see us do it or get away, so we're okay. At this point, we're inside the fortress, but still not free yet because it's still pretty heavily guarded. So there's, I think, a guard to our right. We could just walk by him if we wanted, but it might be a good idea to take him out in case he might be a problem later on when we're trying to escape. So Phil's going to lock onto him and do another stealth assassination, or a non-stealth assassination. So I want you to notice again, these are another one of our gameplay elements. We call them troublemakers. Essentially, if you get anywhere near them, they're gonna push you. They're totally insane. They're pretty crazy, but again, it's one of those intelligent obstacles. So it's gonna move around. It's gonna turn with you. Yeah, he's screaming pretty loudly. So again, that's what we really wanted to do, is create a living, breathing world where your obstacles weren't just the buildings and elements. They're actually people. So maybe we'll take the scaffolding up to our left so that we don't get caught by this guy. So you're going to see a little bit of free running, where the assassin can just run quickly over top of people. People are going to make comments about us too when we're running around looking a little crazy. So that's the entrance to our destination. So you can see on the X we've reached the spot. So here we're going to head into the warehouse. And you're going to get a glimpse of our interactive scripted events. So all throughout the scripted event, we maintain control of the camera and of the assassin. And anytime you see a little glitch on the screen like that, you can change the camera angle by pressing whenever you see one of those glitches. All right, so Talal's left us for dead, and here we have to take on his minions. So you're going to get a good example of our fight system here. Just going to turn that down again. You have lots of options during the fight. The main thing you need to do is focus on counters and timing, looking for an opening. So as you can see, Phil's probably going to end up doing some pretty neat counter moves like that one. Somebody grabbed him, he did a counter grab. So he used the right timing and pressed his hand button at the right time, and he was able to turn around. Again, that was a counter kill. So when the guy was attacking him, he attacked back at the right moment. He can also use the environment if he wants, throwing people into scaffolding, taking out a few guards. He also has other options too to use a different weapon, such as his short dagger. Let's take that out. There we go. Oops. Sorry, I got you to take it out at the wrong time. There we go. He's got a short dagger. It also doubles as throwing knives, depending on how far you are from your victims. So you have completely different animations for each weapon and different counter moves as well. So you won't often see the same ones repeat themselves. So I think we still have one more guard left. Yeah, that guy here. So we'll show our throwing knives there. Really handy for taking out archers. And we'll head up to the rooftop. So there's our target. Maybe we'll just take out our assassin's blade, which is... Oh, I think you have your sword selected. Yes. Not going to be very handy for your assassination. So there's Talal. He's going to start heading off. He's a bit cocky though, so he'll sort of slow down. And you'll see our dynamic chase AI, which is that he'll adjust to your speed. He's also going to take different directions. So each time we do this demo, he goes a different way, which makes it extra challenging for Phil. But he's going to do a good job. He's going to get him. As you can see, the crowd really becomes an obstacle. Nice challenge for us. Oh, you got it, got it. You got him, you got him, you got him. Go, go, go. Okay, you got him. There we go. Nice job, Phil. So at this point, the escape begins. This is one of the most challenging parts, which is to get back to your assassin's bureau with without getting killed, essentially, on the way. So as you can see, we need to get to that yellow marker on our map, which is our Assassin's Bureau. At this point, I want you to take notice of the display on the upper left-hand corner. It's going to change from red to yellow pretty frequently. So red means that the guards see you and they're after you. Yellow means they're still after you, but they don't know where you are, that you've broken the line of sight. So this is essentially the gameplay loop, is that you want to break the line of sight as quickly as possible and then hide. So Phil at this point can look for a hiding spot, or kill people too, he can do that. But he needs to, essentially needs to find a hiding spot before he can get into the Assassin's Bureau, because it's going to stay locked until we've effectively vanished. So lots of hiding spots are available. We have those rooftop gardens like that. We have benches if there are two people sitting on them. We have bales of hay like the one you saw at the beginning of the demo. So it becomes a real challenge to try and break that line of sight and quickly find a hiding spot. Yeah, those are actually, we call them vigilantes. We help them out earlier on in the game, kind of like those scholars, and they'll slow down the guards for you, giving you a couple of extra seconds to look for a hiding spot. Alright, so we're getting kind of close. Whee! Oh, they saw you. So I think there's a... Yeah, I think there's a bale of hay down below there. Oh no, they saw you. See the... Bump into them.
By bumping it there, but they won't catch it.
Or if you see a bench too, that might be handy. I don't know if there is one. Oh, there is. Oh yeah, okay. Oof. Alright. So here we are, la la la.
Yeah, you should like.
Yeah, hanging out.
It's relaxing.
Exactly.
Yeah, just relaxing.
You know, just hanging out. Now, as you can see, essentially what's happened is that that's reinitialized. So that means that we've effectively vanished from the guards. Now, that doesn't mean we're home free. Essentially, all it means is that they don't know where we are right now. So it's very important at this point to be very stealthy. A blade in the crowd, nobody knows where we are. So this is when you can really start noticing the indicator. If you see a red flashing eye, that means that the guards are watching you, and they've. So you're gonna have to be very careful of those guys there. Yeah, you can use our blend. As long as we're not doing anything suspicious, hopefully they won't take notice. Yeah, basically at this point, bumping into a jar carrier is bad news. So if we can just get up to that Assassin's Bureau, perfect. Ooh. Yeah, you're okay. You're good. You're good. Yeah. So drop down. But even being on the rooftops is pretty dangerous. So good. Home free. All right. Good job, Phil.
Why do you not join us, brother? Is there something wrong?